Hi, my love. Welcome to your Layers of You tarot reading. This is going to be a lengthy reading. Usually it goes about 30 minutes, 40 up to like 30, between 30 and 45 minutes. So get yourself comfortable. I do recommend for these readings that you have some kind of pen and paper with you so that you can take notes. Because of the length of the reading, I just feel like it just helps to take notes and you can remember some things so you don't have to watch the whole video over and over again. And then just open your heart to the messages that come through. Please keep in mind that when I read for the future portion of the reading, nothing is set in stone. So you have the free will to change your future based on what happens in the present, like your actions that you take and whatnot. So nothing is set in stone. So please don't worry or freak out or, all of the above. Things can change based on what you do. Just use the reading as guidance for your future endeavors. And so, yeah, so this is a 5-layer reading. We're going to first start with the energy of yourself. I'm going to do the energy, and then I wrote down the specific questions that you asked for some of the other portions of the reading. And so we'll get into that as well. So first we're going to read on your energy. This is where you're at right now. What is coming up with you. And then we'll just dive right in. So let's get started. So your current energy. And I am going to be using multiple decks. So you see me pulling multiple decks out of here. Your current energy. All right. None of the cards look to be jumping out. So I also take into consideration like how the cards shuffle for you. There's no rush with anything right now. Perfect. Okay. Let's start. We have security and focus coming up. And for your tarot cards, we have the 10 of Cups. I don't read them in reverse, so if you see me flipping them over, that's why. 5 of Cups, and we have 6 of Cups. Okay, lots of emotions coming through you right now. So definitely, I see an emotional state for you with a lot of cups. This is a lot of feelings towards other people in your life. This is a lot of energy with your emotions. So maybe you've been feeling super emotional lately. You feel like you're moody, perhaps. There's some stuff coming up with the core. I'm seeing the 5 of Cups. So there could be some mistakes or regrets that are popping up for you that maybe you're feeling a little bit sad about, or just maybe you're disappointed about something that took place. We have the 10 of Cups. Now, when I pulled this card out, I pulled it in reverse, so I'm taking note of that. So the 10 of Cups is coming up as like there's an issue with the family. Usually 10 of Cups is like that happy ending, that fairy tale happy ending kind of a card, togetherness, completion. But because I'm feeling that reversal of it, I'm kind of seeing that as there's a little hiccup in the relationship dynamic or your family dynamic. There's something there that is not quite right. There is an apology or someone of the past coming into your future, okay? That will be coming into your future or even in the present. Maybe it's already happened. But usually when that 6 of Cups comes up, this is usually a loved one, which this is actually going to kind of tie into one of the other questions you were asking. But I like that. So this kind of shows that, yes, perhaps the father will resurface, okay? Because one of the questions you asked is, will you ever see your father again? I feel like the 6 of Cups is indicating that there will be that. There is disappointments, regrets. There could be some nasty memories of the past that you may have that might be tying in with your father. This could maybe be why this is heavily on your mind. There's a lot of a relationship, love, emotion on your mind right now and your energy. This is something that weighs you down, okay? The security card is coming up. So we have security. This is pretty much saying that right now what is really important to you is just feeling stable and feeling secure in your present, with your family, with your relationship, and within yourself. That's really what should be center stage right now for you, as well as focus. We have the focus card coming up, which is like really saying you should be mainly focusing on your home life, your stability, your security. So that's kind of coming up as well. Let's pull some more tarot cards just to see anything else popping up for your energy. You know, and I don't like to, because I'm not a doctor and I don't like to read medical wise, but I will say that, you know, the card itself has a baby. So I don't know if there's, you know, if you're trying to have a baby, or if you're currently pregnant. But that could also be it too. Like you just, you know, you want everything to be good and happy with your relationships and like with your, you know, with your connections to everybody. And that baby card, I just feel like that, you know, that could tie in with that as well. But I'm not going to read for like pregnancy or anything like that. I don't like to do that, but I just thought I would throw that in because that is kind of sticking out to me. We have the Three of Swords popping up with your energy too. So Three of Swords is like sorrows, disappointments. Sometimes it could be heartaches. So this could be maybe a little bit of a confusion or just feeling unbalanced in your relationship. And it's not just your romantic relationship, although it could be, but it could also be your relationships or your connections with the special people in your life, okay? We have the Five of Swords. Definitely is a lot of like turmoil, feeling like you have to pick up the pieces, feeling like you are kind of left behind. You're dealing with everyone else's bullshit kind of stuff. And then there's the Five of Wands. So another 5 is definitely a very problematic number. We have a 5, and a 5. So with your energy, my love, you're definitely going through some stuff. I could see why your emotions can be the way that they are. Feeling super emotional, feeling like you just can't get a grip, right? And that's why the focus and security card is coming up. This could be fighting. So there could be some, excuse me, there could be some, you know, some arguments, some just feeling competitive, or just feeling like you're just not getting along with people in your life. And then definitely sorrow, not feeling, you know, completely confident with some of these relationships in your life. So definitely there's a lot. You're going through a lot right now, my love. And actually, technically, we are all going through a lot. But with you specifically, like your energy, you have quite a few stuff on your heart. I also want to note the card at the bottom of the deck is the Six of Swords. This is perhaps maybe there is a underlying, like an underlying feeling or a need to feel like you need to move or get away from. Okay, so this could be separation from the lover. This could be, you know, your desire to move away from where you're currently at. You just need to feel like you need to uproot yourself. So there's like a craving or a need for peace and quiet, coming up with the cards too. And same thing with the card at the bottom of this other tarot deck is the Chariot, which also is a sign of long distance travel, moving, action, taking movement. So that energy is within you as well. Okay. So now that I have an idea of like what's going on with your energy, let's dive into the next one. So the next layer is your love life. And we are going to look specifically with the question of, are you with the right person? So that kind of, the fact that you asked that kind of question ties in with some of the cards I pulled for you. That of why you have so much heavy energy with emotions with you right now. There's a lot. You have a lot on your plate. You have a lot on your shoulders, a lot on your heart. Okay, so we have a card that flew out. We have stability. And you crave that stability, security. We have divinity. That's to me like having faith, trusting in God, you know. And you have the throat chakra coming up, which is communication. So I kind of see those cards as revealing that what you need from this person is more stability. Maybe this person hasn't been making you feel safe and secure, right, in this relationship. Maybe they are the reason why you feel things are off, and there's, you know, a lot of arguing, and there's a lot of confusion, maybe lack of trust. I see this as divinity, as like trusting in God, but I also see the eye as like that evil eye, protection, right? And so there could be a lack of trust going on with this relationship. We have the throat chakra coming up for this too, which is telling me that there needs to be, something needs to be spoken, and something needs to be said. So there is definitely a need for having a deep conversation with this lover. We have change popping up, and we also have balance. So I'm willing to say that this relationship is not what it used to be. So there's something that shifted, okay? Whether it's this person's, their mood, the way that they've been treating you, there's something with them that you feel and you've noticed that there's a change. And the throat chakra could also indicate maybe you guys are not communicating, or they're holding something back from you, or they're not revealing everything. Okay, we have love yourself first. We have you deserve love in reversed. And we also have pay attention to the red flags coming up. So that's interesting. I feel like this is like this relationship that with the shift, something has changed. The balance card is coming up. Is that saying, are things not balanced right now? Do you feel like you're putting more effort into this relationship than the other person? Do you feel like the two of you are not communicating enough? Is there no more stability? Is there lack of trust? The love yourself first card is coming up, which is telling me that this relationship could have done a number on your confidence. Okay. So that card coming up is indicating you need to learn to love yourself more. And maybe by you loving yourself more, you will trust those red flags that you've been noticing with this relationship. Or you will feel braver to leave. Because I feel like that stability is like maybe you put too much of your trust in him and in this lover, and you worry that you won't be able to support yourself without them, okay? You deserve love is coming up in reverse, which is again telling me that there is you feeling like you are not worthy, that you're not worthy of you know, having beautiful romance and those like fairy tale romances that you see on TV or in movies, right? That you feel like maybe this is what I deserve. And I feel like it's almost like saying, it's funny that I just pulled justice for that too. Because justice usually comes up when it's like saying their justice will be served. So I feel like there's something in this relationship that has switched, okay, for the negative. And your self-worth has been on the line. Let's see what else we get here. And then the pay attention to red flags is coming up too. So I feel like definitely you've taken notice that there's some changes in this relationship. There's some imbalances, that some negatives that are just not fitting, and there's something that doesn't feel right. We have the 9 of Wands coming up. That kind of tells me that no matter what, through the thick and thin, you've always stuck through. And the 10 of Swords is coming up, but you are exhausted. It's like you've put in so much of your energy into this relationship that you just feel exhausted to even keep going with it. It's almost like you're ready to just call it quits, especially because we have a 9, a 10 card, an 11 card. They're all at the end of a cycle, and I feel like you're at your very, like you're at the very end of this, pretty much saying enough's enough. You're ready to just call it quits. And that change card too might be like maybe you're craving something else. King of Wands is popping up. 2 of Swords is popping up, a block. And we have justice. Again, you need to seek what you know you deserve. Fulfill yourself, your own needs, your own desires, what you know you deserve. Now, I'm really interested in this because I'm seeing King of Wands and Two of Swords. Is there somebody else that has recently caught your attention? Maybe you met somebody, or you've been talking to someone, or someone else has come back into your life that you've been reconnecting with, or you have a crush on someone else and you're not sure if you should have those feelings because you're in a relationship, but yet this relationship looks to be quite toxic. And so I feel like King of Wands is coming up. This is somebody who's definitely been, you know, they caught your attention. But that Two of Swords is like you're doing everything that you can to block your eyes and your heart from opening up and noticing this person, because you feel like you're just not, maybe you're not worthy of happiness or love, or you're not supposed to be opening, like looking. Maybe that's why the eye was sticking out to me too. Like you're not supposed to have eyes for other people because you feel like you have to be devoted to this relationship, even though this relationship is unbalanced. So really interesting. So I feel like, honestly, to answer your question based off of the cards that I pulled and how I feel about this, your question is, are you with the right person? My intuition and what I'm seeing with the cards, I have to say no. I feel like this person has definitely taken their toll on you. A double justice to me tells me that you deserve better. Okay? You deserve so much better. And there's scales. You have balance, okay? And you also have the other scales, the balance. And I feel like this is indicating this is an unbalanced relationship. And this is something that definitely you need to really take a closer look at and ask yourself, how much more of this can you take? Right? How much more of this can you take? Because I feel like there's exhaustion. There's like, you're taking a beating, my love. And I feel like there's better things out there. And there's definitely somebody tickling your fancy, right? But you're kind of blocked, whether you're trying to protect yourself or you're trying not to be tempted, you know? But I feel like there's a lot of work that needs to be done if this relationship is going to be saved. And I feel like that other person is not quite willing to do that. Like they're stubborn, or they don't want to hear it. At least that's what I'm feeling. Okay. So let's talk about the next layer, which is the money and finances. Get on my cards. Okay, so I'm not going to use this romance deck anymore because I just did the love reading. Okay, money and finances. So let's pull on that. So the question you were asking is, why do you have bad luck with money? Now, I'm going to tell you right now, based off of my intuition, because I feel like Spirit is like really coming through me and saying it's not bad luck. It's the way, it's basically like, the universe acts as a mirror, okay? What we put out, the energy that we put out into the world, we attract back. I'm a very firm believer about that. I don't know if you are or whatnot, but I do feel like the way that we treat other people, the way that we, speak, the way that we deal and see life, really impacts what we attract back to us. And I feel like for you, you're already using the words of bad luck, that you're telling yourself that you have bad luck. And so that's what you're attracting. You know what I mean? So I feel like honestly that's one piece of it, is your mindset, your mindset with money, is a little bit unbalanced. And I could see that through not only your current energy being very emotional and very like you have a lot of heavy energy on you, but also your relationship too is unbalanced. And so it's just common that when we have areas of ourselves that are hurting, that we kind of see a reflection of that in other parts. Okay, so for the finances, we have purification, creativity, and desire. And I love it because I feel like those cards are saying that this is a time for you to really create the kind of money flow that you truly want. That it's time that you do, that purification is like saying having a complete start over, like restart, a cleansing of your finances, a cleansing of your job. Perhaps maybe it's time that you start hunting for something different if you're not happy with your current job, or if you're not happy with your circumstances, you know. Or purification could also be like cleansing out your budget. Look at all of your bills, write them down, and look at all of the areas that you spend your money. And is there places that you could purge? You know, is there areas where you can create a little bit extra spending money that you could turn into, you know, paying off some debts and whatnot. Creativity and desire is, to me, like desire is like you're making, like, there's a little lamp, a magic lamp, and it's kind of like making a wish, right? Setting those intentions, putting out into the universe that you want to be creative with your money, or you want to do things from your heart, what you're passionate about, turning your interests, your passions into money flow. Also, it's like, be creative with your job. If there's something else that you want to do, maybe you want to start a side hustle or something, that could also be a new pathway for you, right? But you have to tell yourself that you are allowed to do these things, that you don't have to have a 9 to 5 if that's not truly what you desire. You know what I mean? We have ending, we have vision, and love. Ending tells me there could be a change in your career. Ending with purification, I feel like that can kind of indicate that your current job may be ending. There could be something new on the horizon. Maybe if you start putting out applications, or you start hunting for something in the next coming months, you might actually see a change. Okay. I see vision. Again, vision is like putting your focus and your attention on something new. Is there a new line of work that you want to try? Is there a new interest that you want to, you know, to do? And then we have love. Again, doing your work from the heart. What does your heart desire? What do you desire to do as far as work goes? So let's pull on the question of, like, you know, the energy of your money. We have 6 of Swords. We have 2 of Wands. We have Page of Cups. Definitely, I do feel like there's going to be a shift in your work. I don't want to scare you. Like I said, anything can change. Your future is not set in stone, but I feel like your job currently is not going to be what it is. I feel like there's going to be a change, especially with with that 6 of Swords coming up. I think that there's going to be, whether it's a promotion or it's like you move on from your work, you're not going to be in the same job forever. And that's really how I feel with this. The 2 of Wands is telling me that there needs to be, you know, look elsewhere, see what else is on the horizon, and don't limit yourself. Do not limit yourself to what you think you have to do, but go based off of, what does your heart desire? What do you want to do for work? Page of Cups is usually like a messenger that comes through. It's an opportunity. It's you know, I get the feeling, I just feel like you're not going to be in the same line of work forever. There's going to be something different. We have 10 of Pentacles, which is abundance. I love it. We have the Fool, which is taking a risk, starting something new, a new journey. And then you have the Page of Swords, which is new ideas and inspiring. Like, these are just like inspiring ideas and stuff. Maybe you'll have a conversation with that Page of Cups. Someone new will come into your life, or you'll have a conversation with a coworker who's going to mention another job, or something that'll spark your interest, and it'll just bloom into something more. I really, really like the Fool card for you with the 10 of Pentacles. I think that this just indicates there is a future of abundance with money flow, but you have to change your mindset. No more telling yourself that you are cursed or that you have bad luck. Like, I want you to get rid of those words from your vocabulary, only because they're toxic words. I want you to, like, kind of embrace more words like, manifesting abundance, using the word abundance more, your heart, right? Your desires, your wishes, like really changing your views on your money. You have to look at the silver lining that yes, some shit may happen and you have to put your money that you saved up towards that. But there's a silver lining there. It could be maybe that issue with the car. Yes, it sucks to have to put money towards the car, but it's like it's better that the car broke down then than it did later in the future. You may find that it just works out that way, and I know it's really hard. It's so hard to focus on the positives, the blessings in shitty situations, but there's always a reason why something happens. And when you can start accepting that and embracing that things are happening for a reason, and it's not, the world is not against you, it's just blessings in disguise, then you can start to divert your attention to more positive outlooks, and it just really changes your energy. So stop saying that you're cursed. Stop saying that you have bad luck. And just realize that sometimes, when it rains, it pours, but there's usually a really beautiful rainbow at the end of that storm. And then that's how I have to look at things, because whenever I get a flow of money, like a random burst of money, I too will notice, oh my gosh, why did my car have to break down? Like recently, my car's air conditioning went out and I had to, I have to fix it. And I made a lot of sales at that time, but it's like, I'm glad that I made all those sales, the money to pay for that mechanic, because if the car would have broke down later on when I wasn't having any money coming in, I would be really in a shithole, So you have to kind of look at it that way. There's always a positive to every shitty situation, I promise. And the moment that you can start to see things that way and accept it like that, you really change your energy, your vibration within yourself, and you will start to attract and manifest more abundance and less blocks. Okay. I hope that makes sense. Okay. Let's talk about the next question. So this is one of the questions you were asking, will I ever see my father again? So I want to really, really focus on this one, because I feel like he like part of that answer came through from your energy. This is something that you desire. This is something that weighs heavily on you, and I feel like this is one of the reasons why there's so much anxiety and so much like you're hard on yourself about it. So we have the sacral chakra coming up. We have vision. You get vision a lot too, by the way. Like that's like the eye. You have nexus. The eye card, like the eyes coming up a lot for you. I don't know if you, you'll have to tell me. If you like the evil eye, like, the evil eye emoji or the necklace, you could have like the little evil eye pendant. I don't have mine around me here. Otherwise I would show you. But, if you like that, it's coming up a lot for you. So that's an indication of protection. Okay. So maybe you need that. Or if you have access to a local metaphysical store or even online, look on Etsy for evil eye bracelets or something. I think you should get one, because that is coming up a lot for you. It's basically, it's a protection mechanism. So the evil eye is pretty much when someone is looking at you wrong, or they're thinking negative thoughts at you and they're sending it to you, the evil eye is that reflection of sending it back to them. Okay. So, I feel like that's, for some reason, that's popping up a lot for you. And maybe it just is an indication spirit wants you to know you need protection. Maybe it's an indication of you need more of that in your life. I don't know, but that's popping up a lot. But for dad, for father, we have Tower, we have Three of Swords, we have Magician. I feel like, so I don't know if this is what, I don't know what this is what happened, but the Tower card kind of feels like, was there an abandoning? Like, did he abandon at a young age? Did he like just completely disappear? Like was there something really crazy that took place in the family dynamic and he was just out? The Three of Swords kind of shows that you took it really hard. I don't know if you were a daddy's girl kind of energy, like you just really had that connection with him. Or the Three of Swords kind of shows a lot of your pains, a lot of your broken relationships that you've had throughout your life. I feel like maybe you mirror it or you blame it on him, okay? Or you blame it on like his lack of being around kind of thing. But the beautiful thing is, because in the future tense we have Nexus, and we have the Magician. I feel like in the Magician is like a number 1. It's like a reset. I do feel like you will see him again. And I also feel like that because the Six of Cups came up for you earlier, like one of the first things I read for you. And that indicates someone from the past coming into your life, like that comes back into your life. So I feel like the Six of Cups is definitely indicating that there will be a reunion. So you have a lot of court cards. We have a Queen of Cups, we have the Knight of Cups, and we have the Page of Wands. And so I definitely see like this could be some kind of family gathering, a reunion of some sort, family reunion, connecting. I don't know if there's kids involved, or there could be like other siblings you don't know about. That's kind of coming through too. But I feel like the cards are kind of indicating that there will be a connection that, you know, but you have to vision it. And I feel like that's why that vision card is coming up. Sacral chakra is what you're passionate about. So put out those manifesting energies, pretty much like spiritually call your dad, right? You're spiritually calling him. And we tend to do that when we miss someone, right? So I don't know if you've ever had it happen to you where you miss someone so much that you call them, like you in your mind, you're thinking about them all the time. They pop up randomly in your dreams or something, and the next thing you know, you're hearing from them. So I feel like that's like kind of the same dynamic with your father. Is if you truly want to reconnect, you got to put that energy out there and put it out to the universe and tell spirit or tell God, I want to reconnect, right? And telephone your father. Like if you don't have access to his number, his Facebook or whatever, do the whole communication through spirit energy. And I have a lot of chills coming through me right now. And so I feel like it's like, put it out there. Like, you know, Dad, I want to see you. Please call me, contact me. I want you to look for me, or, you know, reach out to me or something. And I feel like it's going to happen. You have the heart chakra coming up. We have merge coming up. Okay. Merge is like coming together. Heart chakra is your emotions, your love. And then you also have the solar plexus chakra, which is joy and health and all of that. So there could be, you know, maybe, I don't want to say through bad health, but there could be, you know, there's going to be some reason why you will be reunited. Like I said, it could be a reunion. You may find that you have siblings that you didn't know you had. There could be just some kind of gathering. But I feel like when you put that intention out there of like what you truly desire, you're telephoning them spiritually, energetically. I think it's your blood, so you're gonna connect in that way. Okay, I know it sounds crazy, but it's totally a thing. So I do feel like your father will be coming back into your life at one point. I do feel that. And then at that point, then you guys can start to work that magic, because that's what the magician is like working your magic to kind of right some of the pains of the past. When there's forgiveness involved, when there's the ability to let things go from the past that just no longer serve you and whatnot, you know. The last two cards of the deck were the Devil, which is temptations, which is the toxicities, okay? And then also the Five of Wands, which is like the fighting, the just being at odds with one another. So definitely there's a history there, okay? There's a history there with your father. There's a history there also, I feel, with like you will associate the negatives in your life with the inability to connect with your father. Like, do you know what I mean? I feel like that. I hope that makes sense. and I can use this as an example with myself. I had a really bad relationship with my father growing up, and I was also a daddy's girl, you know, so it didn't matter how many times he disappointed me and hurt me. I still loved him, and I still gave him chance after chance after chance. But in broken relationships that I found myself in as I was growing up, I would somehow find a way to blame that on my disconnection with him. And it took a lot of years of healing to be able to see eye to eye with him. And now we have a really healthy relationship, but it wasn't always peaches and cream. It wasn't always easy, that's for sure. And so I feel like, you know, that dynamic will be with you too. You'll be able to see beyond the toxicities of things. And there will be a process of healing there. Okay, last question is the future forecast. So, like I said, future questions and stuff are subject to change based on your present actions. Nothing is set in stone. So let's see what the energy of the future looks like. Oh, my cards are all upside down. The future. Freedom, abundance, and courage. What a beautiful set of cards. Oh my God. Okay. So definitely coming up in the near future. In the near future, I'm literally looking from like within a year. Okay. I'm not really looking super far into it. But at least within a year, freedom is going to show. This could be financial freedom. Okay. Financial freedom. Freedom can be freedom from the relationship that you're currently in. Freedom can be from any kind of restraints that you find yourself in. Mental freedom, emotional freedom, okay? Abundance and money flow. Abundance in a new job if that's the route you take, okay? Courage, this is another one. Instilling that hope within yourself. You are seeing value in you, and you're reclaiming that value in yourself. And, you know, if you say goodbye to the ex or the current lover, you know, you find courage with that and you're able to move on. Expand is growth. Okay? There's going to be expandings to yourself. It could be your home, your job, your money. But there's a lot of growth happening for you in the near future. I always try to read the chakra name, but I can never pronounce it. Throat chakra, communication, honoring your truth, speaking your truth, speaking up for yourself, and just also more truth coming out of you. So this is really good. Utilizing your throat chakra is utilizing your ability to speak, okay? Your power to speak and to have conversations. And we have breath. I love it. So it's like breath of fresh air. Being able to feel alive again. Feeling passionate about your life again. Beautiful cards. Let's see what tarot cards come up. Ooh, the World. Six of Swords, Three of Cups, Justice, Queen of Wands, Death, Wheel of Fortune, Ten of Pentacles, Six of Swords. I love it. Definitely, I will say, just based on the cards that I'm pulling for you, the World card is there's going to be some endings soon. This could be the ending of the relationship. This could be the ending of a job. There's going to be some major endings. The World card will definitely indicate that. You have the Eight of Swords. Eight of Swords is like realizing that you are not a burden to yourself, that you can free yourself from any of these mental challenging times that you were in, that your negative thoughts are just thoughts, that they're not holding you back, that you can literally weave yourself out of there and free yourself from those situations, those stresses. Three of Cups is indicating from those endings, that World card, setting yourself free, freedom. Three of Cups is a lot of celebration. There's going to be a lot of good things to celebrate, things to be happy about. This could be a socializing, being able to reunite with some friends, you know, just feeling really good. Okay. Next we have abundance, the abundance in the throat chakra. We have justice. This is you feeling well balanced and getting what you deserve. Justice card comes up a lot for you. So definitely indicating you will get what you deserve. You know what you deserve when you honor your truth. Queen of Wands is feeling absolutely radiant in all that you do. A Queen of Wands is on top of the world. She's powerful. She's passionate. She's doing the things that she wants to do. And with a Death card next to her, that's changes and transformations. Also an ending card. So seeing endings of things. You're going to see new doorways and pathways open to you when you're willing to make that sacrifice to go through them. Okay? Also another 10 card with the Wheel of Fortune. Wheel of Fortune is an omen of good luck. Okay, so there's going to be some really good things coming your way. A lot of endings, a lot of being able to move on. The cycle will start to flow again. So I definitely see lots of endings of old habits, old ways of thinking, and old relationships that just no longer working for you. And then the abundance flow. A lot of abundance, and we have that with abundance. A lot of courageous feelings, feeling good about yourself. You're feeling you're just on top of the world. You just need to shed some layers, and some of those layers meaning a crappy job if you're not happy, shedding some of your your bad habits with money spending so you can start paying off some bills, and then also shedding that relationship, especially if it's just something that is no longer good for you. Six of Swords is leaving a toxic, trashy, crappy situation, and you're looking for a state of peace. Okay. And ultimately, I feel that is the search. That is the thing that you need to really look for, is endings, allowing endings and changes to happen, and seeking freedom, seeking peace, seeking abundance in other areas. Okay. I love it. Changing your mindset, my love, changing the way you think, the words that you use, the words that come out of your mouth. Get yourself an evil eye necklace or a bracelet. Instill it with the intention of protection for yourself. And get rid of those layers that you don't need, love. If it's a shitty relationship, get rid of it. Okay? If it's a job that is just weighing you down, it's time to start looking for something else. Okay? Give yourself that permission. Tell yourself that you are worthy of it. Start changing your way of thinking and speak more positively about yourself. Okay? Thank you so much for allowing me to read for you. I hope you enjoyed this. If you have questions, comments, concerns, or feedback, please send me an email. And until then, I will talk to you soon. Have a beautiful rest of your week, and I will see you later. Bye, love.